Welcome, class of 2020. Sadness and frustration, while powerful, are no match for the promise and potential that each of you possess. The setbacks, postponements, and cancellations wrought by coronavirus cannot overshadow the accomplishments and achievements that we celebrate today. The pain and exasperation you're feeling as you cope with the recent national unspeakable tragedy will be surpassed by the joy and satisfaction you'll derive from moving our country to a better place. These are not merely my hopes. These words are truth. With this, I begin my remarks to you, the members of Everett High School's unforgettable class of 2020. It's been 3 months since schools closed. What started as something we hoped to merely endure and dispatch to our memory banks has transformed into something profound. This year, your graduation processional is figurative, but you are all marching into a literal moment in history. COVID-19 has exacted deep and far-reaching tolls, locally, regionally, and nationally. The impacts on individuals and families have been stunningly disparate. What for some has been mostly an aggravation has for others been a life and death experience. We've felt the impact in our own ways and in varying degrees of isolation. But you have the unique opportunity to replace the separation you felt with the formation of an unbreakable bond. You can do this as a senior class by making a commitment to finding answers to the problems that coronavirus raises. While the heartache caused by this disease is permanent, the solutions are yet to be determined, and I believe very strongly that you are the ones who will determine them. From climate change to healthcare, to food insecurity, to jaw-dropping economic disparities, this pandemic has had the unpleasant but necessary effect of spotlighting things that are easily overshadowed in quote-unquote normal times. But you were positioned to keep the lights on. Similarly, as you hurtled toward today's graduation ceremony, you were stopped in your tracks yet again by the injustice that led to the loss of George Floyd. This tragedy has spawned sadness and outrage over these same overarching biases and inequities. I hope that you will commit to ensuring that George Floyd is not a historical footnote, and that again, you will keep the spotlight on our issues of importance, and you will commit to creating the solutions that our country needs. If all of this makes you feel like you are being hurtled into the quote-unquote real world in an abrupt fashion, I don't blame you. I join your families and teachers in making the important point that this is not the senior year we would have planned or wished for you. During a time normally associated with unbridled joy, you were sent home, removed from the currents that were supposed to take you happily through the final stages of your senior year. Instead, you were forced to bob in place. You were separated from your friends. You heard the word canceled enough times to last you a lifetime. One by one, rites of passage were stricken from the calendar. Your senior prom, your graduation, your last at-bat at Glendale Park, your last sprint in Everett Stadium, your last concert, scholarship dinners, banquets, awards ceremonies, signing each other's yearbooks, you name it. So much slipped from our grasp so quickly. But here's the amazing thing. Despite a forced absence, you filled a void by filling us with hope and gratitude. You've made the absolute most of the opportunities and events your teachers, coaches, and mentors have organized for you during this unprecedented time. You didn't let frustration thwart patience and perseverance. We were denied the chance to celebrate your Everett High School accomplishments, but you have done nothing but reaffirm the fact that you are to be celebrated as young men and women. I know I speak for your teachers and families when I say that if we had to live through this with anyone, we were honored to have done so with you. And it will be an equal privilege to watch you leave your mark on your community and on our world. The events that halted your senior year will help propel you into the next steps of your lives and help you attain the accomplishments that await you. Congratulations, class of 2020. You are a graduating class that will go down in history, that will be remembered and honored differently from the classes that came before, and that those will come after. You may have missed out on traditions and normal experiences, but that is because you are neither traditional or normal. You are special, you are unique, and you are very clearly destined for great things. Thank you, class of 2020.